Hey guys, BradFF7 here, and welcome to my first episode of this Little Big Planet tutorial series. Today we are going to be talking about pistons. Pretty much what pistons can be used for, how they can be used, and some of the things I use them for. Sorry guys, I think I'm coming down with a cold. But first off, let's just make something very simple and this is a very basic tutorial. I know many of you are not beginners. This is a very basic one for those of you who are beginners. If you are not a beginner, um, I would say look at one of my other videos that, if they're not up right now, should be up within the day of some more advanced ones. Okay, so what a piston does is it can move an object up and down. That's pretty much all it does. See right here, moves it up, moves it down, and you can create it so it is either stiff or unstiff. When it is unstiff, let's say I run into it, it moves. If it is stiff, it will not move. Now, oh, there's my phone. Okay, things we can use this for. First off, we could use it as a door. That's usually what what the hell is making noise? I don't even know what I'm doing. Sorry, guys. Okay, where the hell is the button? Oh, there it is. I haven't played Little Big Planet in a while, but okay, so we would put a button down and we would just attach the thing right directly to the directly to the wire. So it's okay, we gotta open the door, we jump on here, and then we go through. The problem is, when we jump off, it stops moving. So it could be stopped at any situation. The way we could fix that is with many ways. We could either use, well, first off, the switch isn't important. What we want to do is we want to go into the details, so click square. You want to go into the details of the piston, go down to input action, and you want to put it to forwards, backwards. What that'll do is, now we're going to put down a two-way switch so it stays active. I will show you guys in another episode. Well, no, I could show you in this one. That's not a real episode. That wouldn't be long enough. Okay, now see how we attached it? Because it's a forward backwards, it'll stay up. What we want to do is we want to switch this, so we want to have it reversed. Once it's reversed, once we pull this, it goes up, stays up. Can't go anywhere else. Stays down. So it's either always going to be in its lock position or open position. So that's all you got to worry about for that. You can use this sideways, down ways, any way possible ways, lots of ways. What else? That's the simple mechanics of things. Let's just go into the whole tools we got here. If we go back to just normal power, flipper type, what that does is it shoots up one way and slowly comes down the other way. So let's say I have the time for 4 seconds. Instead of being 4 seconds down, 4 seconds up, it's 4 seconds down, right back up. 4 seconds down, instant back up. Okay, this is minimum length. I mean max and min. You should know that. That's on every single item pretty much that has length. Stiff or not? Yes, no. Timing is how long it takes to go from point A to point B. Pause is, let's put it at 1. Once it gets down to the bottom, it'll pause for a second and then shoot up. Sync is if you're using more than one, what it'll do is it'll sync it up. So if I put it at 1, it'll send it 1 second ahead, 2 seconds ahead, 3 seconds ahead, yada yada yada. Just keeps going like that. Strength is how strong it is. Like if I put it at 0 strength, the piston is now not strong enough to lift this block. It only needs 10, but see how it's still not strong enough, so it doesn't do what you want it to do. It works like, so pretty much I've never used it where strength is not at 100%, so you really shouldn't have to worry about that. And the last one is just visible in play mode. I usually like to set that to no. I think all the wiring looks stupid. Okay, next is how to make a always on switch. So let's switch this back to forwards, backwards. Get rid of the flip type. Whoops. And that's flipper out, so that makes it would do the opposite way. It'll go up slowly. My bad, I forgot to touch on that. Okay, go back to this. We want to put this back to forwards, backwards. Okay, so now we go back to the button. So we would hook this up. Hook it up. Okay, so we want to flip this. because we had to undo, so it unreversed it. So you want to send it back to being reversed. And now, what wouldn't work is because once you get off, it comes back down. And so how can we fix that? It's really simple. You can make it really simple, or you can make it really hard. We'll just try and make it as simple as possible. All we're gonna need is a. We can do this many ways. We can do that. I'll show you all. I'll show you both. We can do it with a counter or a timer. This will be the timer. So see how that timer starts going. So that's the thing with the timer. You're gonna want to pause pause your world, and you want to put everything pretty much to instant. So you would take this, hook this up to this, and then hook this up to this, canceling out that one. So then what would happen is we would hit this, and it would be always full, so it would be pretty much a battery, so it never turns off. Now if we go to, if we go to our counter, we want to put the counter down to 1, and now we want to do the same thing we just did with our timer, except plug it into there, and then do the exact same thing, and it'll work exactly the same. The timer just went up because we still have it on, and that's pretty much how you make an always on switch. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. There's a lot of different things you can do. You can work off of that. I use that a lot for, like, if I'm doing something that transforms or something, because you can now control these a lot. And also about all the switches, how to make, like, one-shot switches, how to make always on, maybe on for 10 seconds, turn off for 5 seconds, on for 10 seconds, off for 5 seconds. We're going to cover that in the next video. But that's all for this episode of my little Big Planet tutorial. This is just a simple beginner's episode about Pistons. Very simple. If you got any more questions about Pistons, don't be afraid to just leave a comment below. That's about all. Check me out on Twitter. Subscribe, like this. Have a good day, guys.